All right, guys. Thanks for joining us and staying with us today. We are back for game three. Let's go ahead and jump into the action right now. It is Hana. Hana. It means family, and here we go. Agus, who are we playing right now?
All right, so in the bottom right-hand corner, our man who does not like starports at all, it is our blue Terran player Skorb. He is game is tied at 1-1 now, losing the last set, making it said 1-1, and picking Ohana himself. It is our orange Zerg player Scuba. So
Nice.
very interesting set we've had here.
Yeah, I think it's been a good showcase of what each of them can sort of do when they have the upper hand in this matchup. I think the first game, Scuba realizing early on that he had the lead and was able to push the tempo to his liking, and I think the second game, Scorb did the exact same thing in reverse.
Yeah. It is, and mistakes were made on both sides. Again, Scuba doing that extractor trick as he does. But let's see if Scuba tries to do the same early Ling aggression that he's been doing. He's been going 14-15 pool with gas, getting gas right after, and then going some speed, trying to do sort of a bust. No proxy hatches out or proxy racks is out of Scorb. He has been known to 2 racks. Now maybe not the best time to do it, as this is game 3. But I wouldn't put it past him. That's kind of one of those things we expect him not to. So to do it would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that early Ling aggression from Scuba holds off a proxy racks really well. Wow. I need to give me a second here. You want to talk for a second? Just say words.
All right. So yeah, we do have that SCV heading over to the natural. Nice scout he's going to get off right now, seeing everything that needs to be seen. He is then not going for the proxy. He is going to get all the way back to his man with it. Still from Scorb, no second CC down just yet. Just getting his orbital as we speak. Really nothing else planned just yet. He does have that SCV. He's going to build something. He's going to finish off his wall is my assumption here. We're going to find out right now. No, that SCV is heading out. I'm very curious to see. And this first CC, or the first barracks, is rallied just outside the natural, the bottom of the ramp. Kind of an odd place for it. I wonder if he is going to take this SCV and I guess leave it at the watchtower. YOLO. But all right, we do have overlords right now coming in. Okay, there we go. Right again, just like game 2, as soon as Scorb starts that second CC, Scuba's overlords do find it right away. So that's good work. He sort of knows exactly when and where to be with those overlords. Props to Scuba for that. Having said that, Scorb is going to take that Marine. He is going to look for that overlord, and he is going to kill it. He is just missing it. It's so close.
Come on, Scorb.
Oh, God. Scorb is not going to get this one right now, I don't think. Both guys, again, macroing up. We're going to see right now very soon. It looks like right now Scuba is, in fact, going to macro up and actually drone up at this second hatch as opposed to last game where he just kind of showed it as a faux hatchery and then just went basically tried to go all in with a bandling bust that didn't quite work so well for him.
Yeah, Scuba doing fairly well on his injects. That's something he, you can always work on as a Zerg player, but he's not god-awful at it, which, you like to see.
Yeah, I think that's a compliment.
Yeah. Yeah, he does play very creep heavy for a diamond level player in the PSL, What? We see whatever, SXE. Oh my. I can't deal with you, SXE.
And right now, Scorb right now playing the same build we've seen actually for the first 2 games of this set. Really the three racks with the bunker in the same spot, really just trying to play safe. Should we see Zergling, Baneling aggression from Scuba, better be safe than sorry for Scorb. It's a build that he's comfortable with in terms of the matchup and just being safe about it, really trying to prevent any kind of run-bys, any real damage getting done to his economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we do see a third coming down now for Scuba, sending that drone out, and now it makes it, and there it is.
Scorb should see it. He maybe not close enough to see it. He's not. He doesn't see it just yet, but
now he sees it.
There it is. Then there he sees it. Right on.
Complete.
Yeah, and now we do have the factory coming down. 2 more reactors coming down, so he's going to be able to pump out 5 Marines at a time.
Love it.
No stim just yet, but that's going to be what his first 100 gas is going to be used on.
Besides,
Actually, it's a slight mistake. Normally, what you do is you go stim first, and then factory.
all right, so we are right now. We do have Skorb now getting his third gas, not his fourth, but just third, and he's going to need it. If he does decide to go mech, he is going to need that gas. So that's probably good on him for that. We have a starport immediately following the factory this time. 7:30, starport started.
Yeah, really good job out of Skorb. However, I don't think he's going to do mech. He still could, but the 2 barracks.
Yeah, this is looking like his Skorb sort of traditional for this set anyway. Maybe more of a marine tank push again.
Yeah, this map actually is a fairly good mech map though.
Yeah.
You have a couple good chokes there, and then everything else you can hold it off. Looks like Scuba is going to get a little bit aggressive with these lings here, taking the front watchtower. Very nice.
and that's smart. Giving yourself as much vision and as much warning as possible should you scout your opponent moving out across this map. I do like that play. Skorb looks like he's going to try to clean these Zerglings off the watchtower, and rightfully so.
Yeah, he is pushing this creep out fairly early. He's got 3 active creep trimmers in the middle there. Getting his +1 carapace as he does. First Marauder on the way. There's the Baneling Nest from Scuba.
Now he's going layer tech, but for the first time in a while, he's going layer tech not in his natural, but in his main.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah, I mean, he just decided to do it, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. It's all about where you want to defend.
So we do have Skorb is starting his third CC, and we have a reactor and two medevacs on the way now from Skorb, looking like maybe he wants to get aggressive with this army and push it across the map. But having said that, there are no tanks with it. There's no attachment on the factory, so maybe this becomes more of a bio force.
It is going to be bio, very similar to how one would play TVP. The Terran vs. Protoss matchup, as opposed to a TV, the standard Marine tank TVT build. And in TVZ, it's all personal preference. All 3 different styles are viable if played properly. The bio does require some drop, being very mobile all over the map, as opposed to mech, where you kind of turtle, push out slowly, and then kill everything. First queen going down. So no more creep tumors up there. He just has the 4. The lings and banelings come in, and this is actually where bio is.
Oh, that's a great move from Skorb. I've been preaching that for a long time. And Terran player using the medevacs to pick up the actual force instead of letting them get demolished. Really only loses maybe 2 units, one of them being a Marauder.
Yeah, and it actually did take out a significant number of banelings. Baneling speed is on the way for our Zerg player. It's about
and I think that push out was nice for Skorb, just to poke prod, see where the creep is, see what the army composition looks like again, without really committing too much to it at the same time. So I do like that. And he does force his opponent to not drone up nearly as heavy as he probably wants to, now on 3 bases and all 6 gases.
Yeah, and it looks like he wants to drop with these medevacs now, so
He's going to stay aggressive. I like that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with getting aggressive in this. He's going to try and, get that upper hand early, taking out a couple drones now, going up to 3, 4 workers killed, and a nice pickup out of him. He's going to get out of there. There's not a ton of anti-air. What he's trying to do with that is pick off the banelings.
Yep.
And actually he's doing a really good job at it.
It's a great move. I love that, especially because the first couple banelings traded off with Marauders.
Yeah, he definitely picked the Marauders to go down first. They will take more banelings as opposed to Marines. And now he's going to get out of there with a Marine and 2 medevacs going back to his home.
And meanwhile, Skorb has destroyed the rocks at his third. He does have the 3rd CC. He's now landing it over there. I think right now Skorb is probably feeling pretty good about himself in terms of his composition, his opponent's composition, and what exactly his game plan is for the rest of the game. I think he's now comfortable at this point now going to 3 bases where he thinks he's probably comfy in this game.
Yeah. And we do see 6 more banelanes out of Scuba. +1/+1 for Skorb. Continuing 4 more racks out of him also. This is...
Yeah, I do like that. He does have his stim and combat shield done. He is now working on 2 more medevacs. His +1/+1, like you said, is nearing completion. He does have armory should he want to switch it up at any point.
Yeah, and also Hive and Spire coming down for Scuba. So he is going to want to get those Broodlords out, We saw him use it to great effect in game 1. And see what he decides to do now. 2 more fully loaded up medevacs are going to go in. They're going to go for the main, it looks like. Yeah. Just going along this left-hand side. And there's 3 more on the right-hand side. This is how you have to play bio.
Yeah, we do have a dual drop right now. This is very, very cool. But at the same time, Scuba's got a huge chunk of Zerglings right down the middle of the map, right after third. Skorb should be able to save this CC. That Marauder lasting a very long time. And the command center has been saved.
Yeah, very well.
These drops are about to dual drop right now. The one on the right after third has touched down. It is taking out workers. I'm looking at the workers lost tab. 10 and counting, 12 and counting. The drop has happened in the main as well. We are now upwards of 15 and rising. Gases are being taken out. Queens are being taken out.
And it looks like this drop in the third. Nice pickup by Skorb.
Yeah, that's a great pick from Skorb.
On the drop in the main, he is starting down the hive.
Oh, that is the hive, exactly. Excuse me. That hive is going to fall. That's a great pick. Here we go. And
he's going to get out of there with everything. He did not lose a single unit on that left-hand side.
Skorb has 29 workers in that drop, losing no medevacs, losing maybe a handful of Marines in total in 2 drops. Very well played on his part. The only thing that is maybe going to help a little bit if you are Scuba is that your Greater Spire began before you lost the hive. Right. But meanwhile, he does have to rebuild at least another hatchery and start a layer somewhere else.
Yeah, and we do see him actually getting also a macro hatchery at the same time, so going to go up to 4 hatches. Yeah, he's just going to keep dropping all over the place, trying to get as many drone kills as possible. And
thing to me that I'm just realizing now is that Scuba's rocks for second and third have not been destroyed, so that only costs him more time to get his Zerglings. Even they got speed and there's creep involved.
And when when Skorb sniped the hatchery in the main, there was no cancel on it, so that's 300 gone. Nice little positioning by Skorb there to try and take out a couple of lings. Finally, the Marauder does go down.
Yep. Yeah, I do love that. The lack of creep now is starting to hurt in a very way that you don't see as often, is that the creep is receded off the spawning pool, and the spawning pool is starting to lose health rapidly. We'll see how long it takes Scuba to rebuild a hatchery there and try. He can't really with those dropships sitting there.
Yeah, he does have an active creep turn where he can bring one up by the Greater Spire and then kind of work his way back around, but that might make it in time, but I don't think it will. Also, Skorb could easily just go snipe this.
Yeah, and Skorb is now building a 4th and 5th CCs in the middle of the map. Scuba has scouted it with all those corruptors, but all those corruptors are just sitting out in space. They're not Broodlords. He's
doing proxy Broodlords. He's doing this. He's going to go. I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. Proxy Broodlords. Yeah, it's a thing. Not really, actually. But Skorb is going to go straight up the middle here.
Yep. And we're decreeping. I love this. The scan as you go, taking out all the creep tumors. It's just a good move.
Yeah. And Broodlords are done now. And this is where it gets a little bit nasty. Let's see. He is taking out everything in the front here. And not a single Baneling connected. Not a single Baneling connected. Well done. But there are Broodlords at the third now. Taking out all those SCVs. It looks like he's going to try and get that worker kill back in his favor a little bit, but there's not a ton of anti-air, actually. Only a couple Marines.
Yep, the Marines in the main army as well. I mean, that's the issue. That's the real anti-air is the Marines in the main army. I mean, having said that, Skorb has the advantage anyway, because as Terran, he can lift up any of these 4th or 5th CCs that he's already built. So he's already well ahead. He can afford to lose a CC even because he's got more he can rebuild, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. But Skorb, I think, right now knows he has to win right now. I think he doesn't want to get into an awkward base race scenario with Broodlords involved.
Oh, I think he already is in an awkward base race with Broodlords right now. Hatchery's going down, everything going down. And the Broodlords are going to come back.
Yeah, the Scuba has decided he is going to try to defend versus a base race, because base race with the Terran, he can lift off and then you're SOL.
Yeah. And again, still not a ton of Marines left. All the Banelings he's had have been able to do fairly well against this.
Skorb is going to have to move fast, pick off the Greater Spire now. These egos are going to fall. This is Skorb right now is racing against the clock. Having said that, the Broodlords get there. He can lift up in the medevacs and get the hell out of there. They're not corruptors.
No, but I don't know if there's enough space for them all. There might be, actually, looking at it from a different angle, but it's all depending on how he wants to engage us. He is going to try and stem under.
He tried, but yeah,
a little bit of kiting.
not a lot of Marines there.
Yeah, and those are the first things to die, actually. That's what gets targeted down first by the Broodlord's initial hit. And then the Broodlings go off and kill whatever is the next step forward.
Scorb's an army big enough to win this game right now. Scorb's army is huge back at home. He's not routed them up to help. He's left them at home. And right now, you can't afford to even jeopardize what could be a game-winning force by keeping them so separated. There it is. He has lifted off. He is making his getaway. Those corruptors that he has are just realizing that and maybe joining to try to track them down. I don't think they're going to make it though. I think those medevacs are going to escape.
No, and now Skorb actually is having a non-zero number of Vikings. He is up now to 4 to the 3 Scuba. He has a significant number of Marines, 37, to the 9 Broodlords, and it's actually going to be, everything's going to be okay for Skorb, I think.
Skorb join his forces right now, and now we're sitting pretty. We're 40 Marines, 29 Marauders, 5 Vikings, 8 medevacs, and I think that's going to be enough. He's now rallied everything. He has now grabbed his army. He's now going to march across the base. Now this fourth base of his is under siege now by Broodlings. He can just box those workers and send them to the 5th right now, because the 5th is already being saturated as well. At this point, Skorb so Skorb sends his army in to counter the Broodlords straight up. The Vikings are going to have their way with them.
There's the GG.
All right, guys. So at this point, that is going to end this set. Skorb takes it in a very close match, 2-1 over Scuba. Skorb now 2-0 in these sets of Skorb for this evening, beating Rushers 2-0 and Scuba 2-1. We're going to take a break and come back, possibly with a new caster. Aegis may be leaving us. Aegis, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Enjoy your
pleasure.
Do tune in when you are ready. And we are welcoming Skorb, I think, in to join me when we come back from this break. Everyone stay tuned.